I'm going to talk really quickly about English Speaking Board. It's something that we offer here. We're the only school in Malaysia to offer this at the moment. They are speech and drama, like public speaking qualifications that are graded at different levels, and at the top levels they hold UCAS tariff points like music qualifications, A levels, and extended project qualifications do. For students who have English as an additional language, there are specific EAL qualifications available for them. We embed this into our academic English programme so that students get that within lesson time, but it's also offered as a CCA for students who have English as an additional language but are in mainstream classes, maybe doing A-levels or IGCSEs. This is a way of them being able to prove the level of their spoken English and to what extent it is developed. So the levels are matched like A1, B1 to the Oxford Placement Test, which is often how an institution would assess the level of somebody's English. In the prep school, we offer the junior certificates, which is again embedded into the specialist drama lessons that we do at Key Stage 2. So the longer you're with us, the more you're going to develop those skills. The students that are coming up from the prep school now have been doing this qualification, are very used to those kind of public speaking skills, and teachers can really see the difference in them in their lessons, in their confidence of being able to stand up and perform. In the senior school, we offer a variety of levels that are notionally matched to year groups, but we've had a lot of success in actually putting students in for higher than the average for their year group. So on the first column here, you can see this idea of notional year 7, notional year 8 levels. The qualification consists of 4 different elements that you can see explained here. A talk, which involves some research, something that they've memorised, like a poem or an extract from a play, something that they will read aloud, and then an involvement in discussion and debate. So the assessment takes place March, April time with an examiner who comes from the UK, and the students go in a small group with the examiner and myself usually, and part of their assessment is their interaction with the topics chosen by the other students in the group, which is really useful in terms of developing their skills for when they're all kind of CEOs of companies one day. So you can see, I think, on the next slide some of the higher levels that's more geared towards like GCSE level students generally, where they begin to have a bit more choice about whether they might want to specialise in a more dramatic kind of empathetic route or a more journalisty lawyer sort of approach to things. And then at the top level there are 3 qualifications which are referred to as senior proficiency, which is the equivalent of like a grade 6 music exam on an instrument. So it holds UCAS tariff points. It's a natural adaptation for students that have done some of the lower levels to build onto this, but we also have a number of students that have never done the qualification before that will come in and will build up their skills, which is why we start it nice and early in the year so that they have time to do that. So currently we've got a lovely group of year 12s, none of whom have done any of the previous qualifications, who are choosing their topics and being forced to do just a minute and have to talk to a group for a whole minute on random topics and learn how to make mistakes and kind of cope with that under that pressure. And they're all choosing their topics at the moment. So for part of this qualification, they do an oral presentation that's 5 minutes long on a topic completely of their choice, which means that if they're in year 12 and they're starting to think about university applications, there's room to really gear that towards what they might be applying for and demonstrate some really independent study skills and passion for a subject. And then right at the top are 2 options for grade 8, which are referred to as the AXA and ACLA, which are the advanced certificates in spoken English or in language arts. Both of these have this excellent opportunity to really tailor towards the passions and interests of the students, or be able to prove an interest in a subject. So when they come to write personal statements, this is a really great tool for demonstrating, look what I've done outside of my teaching from an A-level teacher, to show how interested I am in a topic. In the spoken English qualification at the top here, they do a 5-minute oral presentation on a topic that they're interested in. And then they lead a discussion about a newspaper article that they have chosen. So this is a really great tool for future lawyers and journalists to be able to kind of prove how aware they are of current affairs, how they can lead those discussions and do that sort of interview process. And then my personal favourite to teach, because I'm a drama teacher, is the language arts one, which is a 15-minute talk that includes 5 or 6 extracts that fit with the research project the student has taken part in. So at the moment, in the group that we have just getting started, I've got a student who I think is going to be familiar to some parents, who is choosing to do theirs about superheroes and comic books. This student is doing the extended project qualification as well. Her extended project qualification is very, very focused on what she wants to do at university. So she's using this qualification as something to just indulge a passion that she's really interested in and demonstrate the kind of person that she is. But then I have another student in the group who is doing their project on something linked towards medicine and nutritional science, and the whole project is geared around what they want to do at university, and then they'll be able to use that in their personal statement to exemplify how they're going above and beyond the requirements of the course because of their passion for that subject. So lastly, the kind of boring, practical but extremely relevant point is that these top grades, the 3 top qualifications, come with UCAS tariff points, which you can see have these equivalencies with our A-levels and extended project qualification. So for A-level students, the big benefits are that you get to demonstrate those independent learning skills and sell that on a personal statement or interview process.